What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Irate Playhouse, and here we are again trying to watch Stats get fucked over by a checkpoint and try and make it through this entire part without getting caught or getting into a fight. And well, he's managed to get quite lucky here. I don't know how that's worked. But yeah, we were talking about Watch Dogs 2 and that teaser being a cell phone, literally. Like, I guessed. I didn't even know that came out.
This is like the fucking perfect guess.
Stats.
I
saw him. Shut up. God damn it!
You could have just ran straight and there was grass in front of you, Joe. Just saying.
All right.
But now you got to do that whole checkpoint
No,
thing.
he would have saw me before I fucking got to it.
No, he wouldn't have.
Yeah, he would have.
Oh shit! Look at that.
But yeah, anything? I say the best conference this year is going to be. Oh.
This is going to be.
Oh yeah, I want
Lay
to
it
see.
on me.
Let's see.
You want to see him kill
There you
himself? There, he killed himself. Lay it on me. What's it gonna
But
be?
I think the best one is probably gonna be Sony again because they've really been kicking it into gear. They've been really doing a good job with their
because they stopped being
conferences.
boring.
Yeah,
That was what's so great about Sony
I
in
feel-
the last couple of years is that they stopped being boring and all about numbers.
I feel like Sony has just sat there and said, you know what, we're gonna do what Xbox is not doing and just start focusing on just the games. Granted, they didn't do the backwards compatibility like Xbox has been doing with that update, but then again, I mean, I don't really think they have to because
Sam.
everybody.
Sam. God damn it!
The fact that this is a trophy is ridiculous.
But yes, backwards compatibility, everyone always cries about it and wants it. But at the end of the day, most people are doing this. I want to play an old game. Oh. Yeah, you're in another bad checkpoint.
Well, no, it's not
I
so much
have to do that.
It's not so much the checkpoint. It's that he has to do that at a point where they're not going to see him throughout the entire animation. Which means don't do it now. Because he's literally looking right in your direction.
Oh my
But then
fucking
he's
god.
I think he'll stop.
Yeah, you stop. Oh.
Yeah, no. You're fine with him. And
God!
what is Sam doing over there? What is Sam doing over there?
Well, ladies.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?
What is Sam doing? Over here, Sam. Here. Other side of the crevice. Over here. Come on.
Or just stay like, no. You fucking stay down there.
Yeah, but that's
He's
who
gonna
he
get
kills
him.
right there.
I meant hanging from the... Are you fucking kidding me? You're going to walk right back to...
They all have a set pattern, I think. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hi, Sam.
He's gotten extremely short. Oh, okay. Sam's literally right there now.
Yeah.
It's
Let's go.
either you do
Let's
it
go.
now.
Let's go.
or
Go,
it's
go,
too
go,
late.
go.
Sam.
Sam! Fucking God.
But yeah, whenever people talk about backwards compatibility,
Don't go yet.
Fuck it. Let's go. Fuck this bullshit.
All right. Thanks. Yay.
Next section.
But they always cry about it. They want it. They keep saying that they're gonna use it. But half the time, here's how it goes. I want the backwards compatibility. I have the backwards compatibility. I play the old game. 5 minutes go by. I'm gonna play the new game. And that's always how it ends up going. So I don't understand why everyone's so crazy about playing older games. Because half the time they do play it only for 5 minutes. Like people who are like, I want to play the original Mass Effect 1. No, you don't.
Yeah,
You
but
don't
that's
wanna
just a
do
bad
that.
example.
Just like I can't go. I'm personally I can't go back to anything like past like the PS2. If I go to PS1, I can't get used to the way the controls were back then. They were just so primitive.
Well, you didn't have analog sticks.
Yeah, I can't
For
do
most
that.
of the PS1 era.
I can't do stuff like that no more. I could go to PS2, but half the time I get bored of them. Like they were great games, but I've beaten them thousands and thousands and thousands of times. It's just like I don't need to play them over again or have the ability to play them again because odds are you're not going to. So everyone who cries about that and says that's going to be the thing that makes the Xbox One better, have you looked at that 100 games list
Yeah,
of
the list
games
is garbage.
that are backwards compatibility? Even if you are into that kind of stuff, look at the list. It's not really that like, oh my god, I got to go play these old games. Yeah.
It's like, hey, if you're a Call of Duty fan, the only backwards compatible Call of Duty on Xbox One is Black Ops.
Yeah.
Not even the good Black Ops.
Because they're
the
not going to
first
give
one.
you COD 4 because it's coming out for Infinite Warfare.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be the thing that I hope everyone knows is going to sell that game.
Yeah.
That,
I hope
and that's
Infinity
it.
Ward knows that.
Yeah, that's the only reason why they're gonna make money. Their servers on Infinite Warfare are gonna be empty.
Yeah, mostly empty.
But
Except for all the poor suckers that don't actually get the Modern Warfare remastered.
yeah, and I don't think Nintendo's having a conference.
No, they stopped having conference 2 years ago. They opt just for like the E3 video presentation now.
Gotcha. Yeah, because from what they said, aren't they just focusing on the Zelda or something and shit?
This year, yes. Basically, their main focus is going to be the new Zelda game.
And they're not even gonna speak about the NX.
No, they're waiting. They'll probably start talking about the NX come like Tokyo Game Show.
Yeah,
I
I don't know
surprised.
how they're gonna manage to keep people's attention. Don't get me wrong, the new Zelda looks great, but I can't see how just talking about that would keep people interested. After
I mean, I don't know if that's just what they're talking about, but it's definitely going to be the main focus. I don't know if that's all. That's definitely not all they're going to talk about at E3. But as far as I know, that's all they're going to have on the floor.
yeah,
But I'm sure their E3 presentation's going to have more, other things. like, I'm
Metroid
sure,
with,
like,
Me-
the new
Metroid with Samus.
No. Sorry. You're going to have to wait on that.
God.
It's definitely going to have, like, Paper Mario Color Splash, which I don't care what anybody says. I'm actually looking forward to it because I actually like Sticker Star.
I never played that.
It's actually, it's different, and that's why people hate it. Like, Nintendo fans, as much as I consider myself a fan of Nintendo, I'm not like one of those hardcore Nintendo fans in the way that hardcore Nintendo fans are, because they're weird. They're the kind of fans that actually don't want anything to change. Like, take Paper Mario, take Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Two very similar games. Take Super Paper Mario. Very different. Still had a great story and still had a great storytelling aspect, but they changed it from being a 3D RPG into a 2D platforming RPG with some 3D elements at times.
Gotcha.
People didn't particularly like that. They liked the storytelling aspect of it, but the way the game played, people didn't exactly have such a warm reception of it. Then what happens is that in 2012, Nintendo announces this new Paper Mario for the 3DS, and no one kind of realized what it was because it was supposed to be very different before it came out. And then what we eventually got was Sticker Star. And basically what Sticker Star is it's basically
Chapter 15.
yeah, the Thieves of Libertalia. Basically what it becomes is Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World.
There we go.
Wait, what? Is
That's-
this it?
That's it. Yeah.
Now you could actually shoot things again.
Yeah,
Yay!
you can shoot stuff now. Basically, what it becomes is it becomes Super Mario 3D Land and Super Mario 3D World in paper form. No like storytelling aspect. Very minimal RPG elements. A very different battle system, and people hate it. People absolutely fucking hate the game because it's different.
Gotcha.
And that's where I differ from Nintendo fans that are like hardcore. Because Nintendo fans don't like things to change. And Sticker Star changed it, and Paper Mario Color Splash, which I guarantee you is going to show up again at E3 this year, like it did last year when they announced it. People are going to hate that too.
Yeah, granted, change is nice, and I do agree with that. But I feel like every time Nintendo tries to change, it doesn't go well for them.
No, it doesn't. Because Nintendo fans hate change.
Because, like, I sit there and, like, some of their changes I didn't like. Like I said, the whole movement thing with the Wii, or the first one, that wasn't really my thing personally. I was like, okay. And the Wii U with the giant gamepad, I always say that I need to use the Wii Pro Controller because it just feels better. So a lot of the changes that they come out with doesn't really help them. I think if they have a fan base that likes things to be, not the same, but like keep things similar. Stop trying to be different and out there because it's not helping them business-wise. The 3DS is keeping them alive, though. That is something that is making them money.
They would be alive without the 3DS. Do you know how much money they have?
Oh, yeah, I could imagine.
They could, like, I think, like, the best way to put it is they could fail with, like, the next 4 consoles and they'd still have plenty of money left.
Yeah, the N64 and GameCube did make them a lot.
They actually didn't.
Really?
The Nintendo and the GameCube were actually both considered failures, just like the way... just like the Wii U. The Wii was actually, like, their first, like, non-failure since the Super Nintendo.
That's because when that happened, everybody wanted those things like hotcakes.
Yeah.
Trying to get a Wii was just
because
obnoxious.
it was like a fad.
I was so crazy. I can't... Every time I think about that... Ugh.
It
going
took forever.
to Walmarts and seeing people just be like, I need a Wii. I need a Wii now.
Well, we don't have one.
Be like, where am I going to get one? Ah!
What the fuck? Where am I gonna get away?
You would feel bad for the cashier behind the. Why don't you guys have any? Why don't you have any?
It's not my job to know that information.
You see the poor guy at Walmart just sitting there staring at the person, just like, I don't know.
You're a psycho.
I don't
Get out of
know.
my store right now. Leave, please.
It's like, what am I supposed to do here? What am I supposed to do here? I don't tell them when to ship the Wiis. It's your fault. There's none. It's your fault.
I actually had an opportunity to get away a lot sooner than I eventually did.
I don't remember how I got mine. I think my mom got it one day, like months after Christmas had happened, and after everybody realized they were going to be bored with the Wii. Because that's pretty much what happened. Everybody went, man, this is awesome, this is awesome, this is awesome. They played Wii Sports for 10 minutes, and they said, I'm done.
No, I actually liked Wii Sports. I like the sequel Wii Sports Resort better because it had more sports in it.
And isn't that the one that gave you the Wii Plus thing? The
Wii Motion Plus.
That was the big thing about that, to make it more sensitive.
Mm-hmm. Make it more accurate, I think it was for. Which I enjoyed Wii Sports Resort. But I never got bored of the Wii because I never really played the motion games. I played the games that didn't involve all that shit, with the exception of Twilight Princess.
Yeah, like me, I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it. I tried really hard. I tried to play Galaxy. Didn't like that. I played Twilight Princess for a while, but it was on a system where I couldn't speak to many people. So I was just, that's another thing they need to do.
You can speak to anybody.
Like, I know that they don't want party chats and stuff like that to be unique, but do that because that's become such an important part to, like, being successful in, like, a console and stuff like that. That they should do it. They should allow that because, like, the fun of playing a game now with today's technology is being in a party with your friends, talking to them, and then being able to just speak to them while you're playing different games. And that keeps you more invested in staying online because you have people to speak to. You're talking to everybody, discussing what you did in that game, what they're doing. It just feels better to play a game like that. The fact that the Wii didn't do that and it didn't even really have game chat no, it
doesn't have game chat at all.
It doesn't have game chat. That kind of handicaps it a lot because you're sitting there just like, I could play this game, and then you just kind of get lonely. You just kind of sit there, and you're just like, man, there's no one to speak to. There's no one to talk about my Wii experiences and stuff like that. That's why I could never get into that console anymore. That's why, like, don't get me wrong, I love Splatoon. That was really cool. I enjoyed it. But without game chat or party chat, I just didn't have the urge to play it. If I had the Wii U down here, I would have another system on in the meantime while I'm playing the Wii U so that I can speak to people. Mm-hmm. And that's just more annoying, and it wastes energy, and it's silly to have to do that.
Nintendo claims that it's like in order to get the best connection for them, they decide not to implement game chat.
No, they do it because they honestly don't want to hear people screaming absurdities the entire time, and that's something.
Oopsies.
Well, that's okay.
Which, nobody does, if you really think about it. But at the same time, I don't really think the Nintendo community would.
Hopefully.
They're not Call of Duty people, that's for sure.
Well, most of them are children and or older guys that are bored and aren't really big gamers. They just play to play. That's just kind of the community that I see when I think of the Wii U. I don't think of, like... But I think of PS4 and, like, PC and Xbox owners. I picture people who are in it for a challenge, who are in it for trophies, achievements, to play with friends, to be a little bit more competitive, or really interested in the story. I just kind of see people going, I feel like playing Splatoon for a match. All right, let's go play.
I think you have to go out the other window. The other window that's open.
Yeah, that might be a thing.
Or not.
But I know we're all
Oh,
waiting
that's
for
right.
the. I know we're all excited for the EA conference to see Battlefield 1 in action and probably mention.
No, we're gonna probably see Battlefield 1 in action before that.
Yeah.
I told Stats about this, and he didn't know that Battlefield Friends, they have a gaming channel.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know about that?
Yes, I've heard of Battlefield.
Neebs
Friends.
Gaming.
I didn't know their name, but I've seen the
that's what they're
videos
called.
of Best Friends.
And they did a video a couple days ago that they said that they were going to have a live stream that they were going to be facing off. I don't remember who they were going to be facing off against. But they were going to do a live stream of the multiplayer for Battlefield 1 on the 12th. So it's like this Sunday.
So isn't that like only literally a day or two before E3 at that point?
No.
When is
I don't
E3?
think E3's till like the 21st.
Oh, I always thought it
It's
was
always
like
at the end of the month.
Oh, I always thought it was mid. I always thought it was like in the 14, 15 around there.
I think it's the end of the month.
But that should be interesting then. I'm curious about Battlefield 1. I think it's going to be a fun game.
I'm curious about it, and I'm hoping that it'll be good.
Yeah.
That's all. Because, I mean, I know it's not being made by Visceral, who made Hardline, so that's a good thing. But I'm just hoping that it'll be better at launch than either Battlefield 3 or 4 was.
I will say, even though people talk shit about Battlefront, at least that game was stable the first day. The first day that game came out, you were playing it like I was good.
Which kind of gives me hope that maybe Battlefield 1 will be stable when it comes out, because DICE has had 2 games to learn just how shit their game was when it came out at first.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Hopefully. And then we have the Microsoft conference, where I call the cuddling of your community at that point because of how fucked you are as of this generation.
That's the Dude Bro conference.
They're very like just looking. I'm not saying that they're doing horrible now because they have improved, but compared to what the 360 numbers were and stuff like that, they're much lower.
Oh hell yeah!
So they're probably still trying to sit there and like just be like, "We love you guys. We love you guys. We still do. Come to us. Come to please. We'll do stuff. We'll do stuff for you. We'll keep you entertained." But they're not going to be anywhere near as successful as they were. So I guarantee all it's going to be is. Granted, they have a lot of fun trailers. Like I'm sure we're gonna see the new Gears game in action. I'm sure we're gonna see another Halo. You don't think so?
No, not yet.
I say a trailer for it. That's just what I say.
I think maybe a teaser at most.
Yeah, Halo Wars 2 I heard is a thing.
Halo Wars 2 is a thing,
So-
and it's actually coming to Windows 10, which is nice because, let's face it, RTSs on console just don't work.
RTSs in general on console are just bleh. You're just trying to do all that on a controller.
Yeah, exactly. So it's nice to see that Halo Wars 2 is actually coming to PC.
Yeah. Are you trying to do a trophy right now? I just climbed or swung or something.
Yeah, is there a trophy for this?
I think there's a trophy to kill 10 people while you're
Hanging up from a rope. That's
Yes.
right. I remember that you said something about that.
But what do you think is going to happen out of the Sony conference? Like, what games do you think I hope we see a Last of Us 2 teaser or a trailer.
Probably will. I wouldn't be.
With my last bullet.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a Last of Us 2 teaser. Maybe Kingdom Hearts 3.
Hopefully.
Maybe.
The fucking Final Fantasy 15 is coming out the 30th. Let's start talking about Kingdom Hearts some more.
Be clear, 30th of September, not this month, obviously.
Yeah, 30th of September. But still, it's coming out close enough that we could start being like, all right, people are already hyped for this. They know it's coming. Let's start talking about the game that everybody really wants, which is Kingdom Hearts 3. Granted, 15 looks cool, and it was very pretty, and it looks like an interesting game, but at the end of the day, I really don't give a shit about this game. I really give a shit about Kingdom Hearts 3. I gave a shit about 15 because 15 had to come out for 3 to
be it had to be finished in order for Kingdom Hearts 3 to also be finished later.
Yeah. That's the main reason why I even sat there and went, ooh, 15. Oh. And then we have Mirror's Edge Catalyst coming out tomorrow. Just a side note thing. I just remembered that. That should be fun.
Yeah.
But
I never played the first one though, so I don't really know.
I played the first one. It was pretty cool. This one's open world, so it should be
It's
interesting.
also prequel, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. See, prequels bother me. Not because they're bad. It's just because I know how it's gonna end.
Yep.
There's no consequences in a prequel.
Yes, just like that's how I felt about Arkham Origins.
Years
I sat there and I went, oh, This is cool. But no one's going to die.
Yeah.
I know who's going to live through this. Jim Gordon's in trouble. He's going to be fine. Oh, look, he's going to be fine. The Joker, he's in trouble. He's going to be fine.
Speaking of the Joker, full circle. Troy Baker voiced the Joker in Origins.
Oh, yep.
Sam, did you quit your Joker day job? Is that why you're helping Nate out now?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They may save Kingdom Hearts 3 for the Square Enix conference, though.
Yeah, they might do that.
That boring fucking shit that I have to sit through. Oh, God.
Yeah, Square Enix is what wasn't
Stop.
as cool.
Stop.
There
Just
was- when
announce
they-
all your stuff on other conferences, please.
When they were talking about Hitman, I really didn't give a crap about Hitman.
Nobody did. That's why it sold so badly.
I'm looking at the new Hitman, like, that looks like the most underwhelming game in the world. You really just don't give a shit. Like, they talk so much that it's improved and stuff, but the gameplay looks mediocre. I haven't played it yet, because it's not out on physical, and I'm not buying that on digital to review it. I'm going to wait until it comes out physical, then rent it, and then review it. Because it just looks so mediocre. The animation for your character is just literally, there's no sprinting, there's just, you could crouch, you sit there, and when you shoot, you don't even feel that interesting. It's just like straight up, no kick. And it just looks very dull. I've never liked the Hitman franchise. I think I may have liked it when the first one came out, because at the time it was very interesting. It was like, whoa, this
Well,
is
it was new
cool.
when it came out.
But now, they didn't age well. This franchise did not age well. It's so underwhelming.
Well, neither did Unreal
you-
Tournament didn't age well either.
Have
Have you seen the new one?
the new Unreal Tournament? I haven't seen anything about a new one.
The graphics are nice.
Hmm.
The gameplay is still like exactly the same as it was in Unreal Tournament 2004, and it's just like, this might have been fun in 2004, but now it just doesn't. It doesn't seem to fit a modern looking game like this.
Yeah.
Save Sam. And by that I mean take an elbow to your neck. Oh.
But our timer went off, so once they finish
Did it?
this little scuffle, we'll end this episode. But we didn't want to leave this on too much of a cliffhanger.
You should have left right there.
Do you want to end it right here and continue it from there? It's all up to you guys. Oh God.
Well, it's not up to me. Stats is the one with the controller.
Fine.
But
Yeah, look at that.
Okay. All right.
You
so
don't get to see what happens to Sam yet.
we will talk to you guys on the next episode.
Yep.
All right. Bye, guys.
Yeah. Stats got past that part. Yay!